This is super exciting that House of David is now on Prime Video. How is it feeling today?
Tiring?
We're so excited to be doing this and talking about the show and getting the word out. You know, this show released last night, the first 3 episodes, and an episode every week after that. And you know, we've just been loving the praise and the amazing response the show has been getting.
Oh, that's amazing. And you got to tell me a little bit more about the story. I feel like everyone knows about David and Goliath, but what is kind of the twist with House of David?
Well, we can't tell you too much. But,
okay.
No, ultimately, this story, it's from Scripture, and it's a love letter to Scripture. And one of the special things about House of David is that, you know, this is the first time the story of David and Goliath is being told in a series instead of just a movie. And so it allows the audience to understand all the different relationships and the mechanisms and everything it truly took to get just a little kid, a shepherd, a giant named Goliath, a man of war. Because it takes a lot to get from point A to point B there.
I think that the joy of this, like Michael said, it's over such a long time. You can really create a relationship with the character. Yeah. And for me, especially having Goliath handed to you as a person to try and bring to life, it's like, how do you create a new version of something that everybody knows the inside out? And how do you ask the audience questions that they may not have had before? And having the time and having the incredible support and the other actors and producers around you, it happened, and they gave us the opportunity to do that. And I think that's what makes this show so incredible and so special. And we have seen all 8 of the episodes, and I'm so excited to watch them in real time, because when I got to watch it, it was on a laptop with my name all over it and ownership rights, and it was so great, and it was such a shame at the same time, because like, this is phenomenal. The shot, the scenes, the quality was absolutely awesome. But having Martyn Ford splashed through the middle kind of took your attention away from what I got to see. But I know the story. Obviously, I worked on the show, but like everyone else out there, I'm so intrigued to see this now. And the more that we're talking about this, and the more memories are coming up, and the more that I'm listening to Michael explain his character and why he did this and why he did that, he's kind of selling it to me, which I think we're supposed to be trying to sell it to you guys, but it's working.
Yeah. I love it. And how did you guys really go in and fully embrace your roles? Because these are such iconic characters.
Yeah, I think for me, ultimately, it was reverting back to Scripture and building David from the original text and the book of 1st and 2nd Samuel, and reading all of the songs and poems that he wrote in the Psalms. And so I found myself that through prayer and through reverting back to that Scripture, I found it that I just had to kind of release and let go and trust that God is in control here.
I think myself, trying to create Goliath was, you can pull certain memories from your own experience, but trying to create someone that ultimately wants to kill everyone is a very hard thing to relate to. I mean, it's, sometimes you may have that thought. I mean, hanging around with you enough, I definitely came to light, but going through with the convictions is a whole of the subject. So I think what I really had to do was try and think, well, how would I react in this situation? Mm-hmm. And as someone who's quite calm most of the time, sometimes if I'm eaten. for someone who isn't a complete lunatic, and would digest information and process information, it's like, well, how would I react if that happened? Because there's something that happens in the latter stages of the episodes, which really gives you an understanding to why Goliath flipped and why he what happens. Mm-hmm. And then you can sit there and go, well, maybe I would have made the same decision. Maybe I would have, took this war to those guys. And that's when it becomes interesting then, because you're no longer creating just this monster that screams, growls, and swings. You're creating an individual, a human, a person. And ultimately, that's what we try to do. We try to give you the awkward question of what would you do?
Is there maybe like a message though, hidden message within this story that you really want people to take away when they watch it?
Yeah. I think for me, this there was a message that showed up day one of filming. I remember it was with the actor Louis Ferreira, who plays Jesse in the show, who was absolutely phenomenal. When one of his first lines, it is from the book of Joshua, and he said, "God said to Joshua, be strong and of good courage, do not fear, for fear is the enemy, fear is the thief." And I found that message, that theme, showing up in both my life and the life of David through House of David, showing up in so many different ways, in different nooks and crannies. And for me, it allowed me to overcome the giants in my life. And I hope that anyone watching the show is inspired and is filled to be able to overcome the giants in theirs.
I mean, for myself, I think it would be not to judge people on first thoughts and first looks, and to really try and understand and take into account what those individuals may have gone through, and to really throw a reference back to the show. Don't throw stones at glass houses. We all have hidden pasts. We all have weaknesses. We can all have things that aren't so great about us. So to judge people maybe isn't the best way to go, but try and understand people would be a better option.
And we are Celeb Secrets, so I want to know any like behind the scenes fun secrets or stories that you could share that we wouldn't know just by watching the show.
Michael's bald.
Yeah, this is a wig. It's not real.
I shaved my hair off.
Yeah, he has hair. This is a bald cap, actually. He has. I think there were so many things that happened behind the scenes, and there were so many challenges that I think every single person on the show had to overcome in order to tell the story. For me, there were quite a few, but I think that last shot in the trailer, the sling, there was a lot of challenges that came beforehand. I tore my shoulder during the filming of the show in the beginning, and I had to take 3 months of not moving my.
That's not a secret. You've
well,
told everyone.
I told
everyone for the last 6 months about his poorly shoulder.
Yeah. I need some comfort about my shoulder.
I mean, I wouldn't know that just by watching, so definitely a secret in my book.
That's how good stunt doubles are.
Yeah. It was me. I did the stone.